Hello, this is Zsombor Imre from CEE FinTech.com. On my left, there is Mr. Ferenc Szasz from Ingenico. Ferenc, what is your role within Ingenico?
Hi, my role is within Ingenico is a country sales manager. I'm responsible for the country activity of Ingenico, of course, on the sales side, but I'm also responsible for business development in the Eastern Europe region, because we are acting globally as Ingenico. So we are, when we are talking about acquiring, we should not discuss about only single country acceptance. The acceptance is wider, so we have to think globally during the acceptance.
Ingenico's main business is still the classical part of financial technologies, POS. How do you innovate?
Actually, that's true that we are in the POS business more than 30 years ago, and we are producing terminals, but Ingenico has interest in other businesses such as transaction processing, or we are doing business in acquiring. So we have e-commerce solutions like Ogon. Yeah, but that's true that within Hungary we famous for the terminals, so that's correct. But we still investing a lot into this business and trying to come up with new solutions on those devices. So those terminals, I would not say POS terminals. Today we are calling them smart terminals.
All right, smart terminals. So my question is, what other business lines you have or you are developing? And let's focus on the CE region to address the changing markets and changing demands of the customers.
Actually, in the last couple of years, we came out with the new solution, which is, of course, built on the POS technology, so the smart terminal technology. But we as Ingenico is providing more. We are assembling the service part or offering the service part to financial industries, and also for ISOs or cross-border acquirers, or even for the retailers, such as this product, which is the MPOS. And MPOS is really a great example for this. This device is connecting to a smartphone and creating a state-of-the-art technology for the card acceptance, using the merchant smartphone for the communication and also for the user interface of the device.
What is your relation to fintech startups? Do you cooperate with them? Do you help them grow by providing different services or products? Do you buy them, or you are considering buying them? Again, let's try and focus on the region.
Yeah, actually, fintech is a hot topic, so we have to take them into consideration. And fintech companies are in Ingenico radar, so we are always checking what's going on the market. And to be honest, in the last year there was a big acquisition in this region, and it is impacting the Hungarian business sooner or later. There was an acquisition, and we merged with, we bought a company called Think & Go. Think & Go is producing smart connected screens. Connected screens means that the advertisement is changing from the classical way, from the printed flip charts to digital screens, and digital screens always connected to internet. And this combination is really something which is delicate for the card acceptance, because once you put the card reader behind the screen, you can initiate a transaction, so you can offer products and services through the connected screen. And once the customer intention catched, you can generate immediate payment, and you can offer immediate payment and generate immediate purchase with the solution.
It sounds really innovative. The question is, since most of these fintech startups are really heavy on innovation, are really focusing on innovation, and you have to compete with them to a certain extent, how do you manage innovation internally?
We have an innovation center based in France, so we call it Ingenico Lab. So we always trying to be an adventure in this acceptance business. And this terminal type, I mentioned that we are talking about rather smart terminals than POS terminals. Why it is smart terminal? Because we understood the the financial institution requirements that everything should be secured and closed area during the payment, so nobody should touch the data between the terminal and the host communication, which is correct. The other thing is that the device is front of the client, and it's really great tool for the retailer to use it for different purposes, such as payment, because payment is running really fast, so it's a few seconds. Then the device is there, and you can utilize the device, and for instance, use it as a screen, a customer screen, and due to this, and in order to use this as a customer screen, we created a separated word within the terminal, which has a web interface, HTML5 portion or partition, and merchant is able to download application through a store or using the TMS server. So you can offer different type of products through the terminal, or use it as a customer screen, or use it as a satisfaction survey screen. So it's more than a simple terminal. And this is valid for also for the MPOS. So the MPOS is connected to the smartphone. So the smartphone is open. You can do whatever you want without touching the restricted area, which is the financial transaction processing part.
All right. You mentioned that the innovation on a group level, at least, is driven from France. There is a definite difference between the maturity of Western European markets and Central and Eastern European markets. My question is, how developed do you think the financial markets or fintech markets in CEE are? And if you have something really new and innovative, like the solution you have just presented, do you think it is the local markets are ready to use these, local merchants or local banks are ready to use these?
It's a complex question. To be honest, fintech companies are, and this is my opinion, that fintech companies are creating really innovative products and services and solutions. The important aspect is still missing for me. Try to find a universal solution which fit for the retail partner, retail business. And to be honest, until we don't have any solution which could compete with the cash or contactless payment, which is easy, fast, and really universal, we can say, because most of the terminals are equipped with contactless reader, so we can say that the contactless acceptance is universal. It's really difficult to come up with a fancy or new state-of-the-art technology or product. So answering to your question, I think the market is ready, but not fully ready for this, because there is another important aspect, which is the generation. Mm-hmm. So I think the fintech is in the right track, in the right moment, and the big generation or X generation might be open or partially open for those type of new services and technologies, but definitely the Y and the Z and the connected generation is requiring such kind of payment methods, because they know what they would like to buy. Mm-hmm. They exactly know what is the product because they have Google, so they can easily scan it, check the Google what they would like to purchase. So they don't need shop assistant. Why do you think that they need anybody who is accepting their card or cash payment or any type of payment? They don't need it. So once the generation is arriving to the stage that they have really funds to spend, not from the father or from the mother purse, I think they will be the consumers and customers of the fintechs.
All right. So you would, if I got it correctly, you would educate the market to implement such solutions, right?
Market is educating themselves, but of course we have to offer them solutions, and we have to offer as much as we can, and trying to find the best which catch their intentions, at least on a 50% level. Then we can extend this type of service or payment methodology with other features. But we have to focus on the quick and easy access. This is, I think, the key for for the future payment.